You know, honestly, the Cementra stuff, that's really going out in the full left field, but it could happen, and sweeps have not been super likely here so far, but XL2, it does look like, unlike some of the other front runners, they might be playing this more by the book, because of course Adam is definitely not going to be moving in on that Doomfist.
But take a look, Mirrored Maze. Mirrors coming out for this map here is going to be Control Center on Lijiang Tower. And so take a look at how the Ryans play around these walls as both teams go for the high ground. Now, XL2 are walled off, but no one was cut off.
We're in for so many meta jokes now because of this, but it's fine. Mangachu gets the early wall off, and the follow-through is there. Tizzy goes right on in, off the set from Mangachu, gets the pin, and now, you know, XL2 might have gone a little bit too far deep there. They're going to actually have this go the other way. Mamakawi goes, yep, we're actually fine with this. However, they do need to get over to the point, even as they're recovering. Will they touch it in time? They do. Shaxx, pretty hungry right now, holding on to the punch in the back. We'll see what he's able to land here in just a moment as Mayhem Academy is able to fully reestablish, and Mangachu too far out.
Now they are losing members as the Doomfist comes in. It's the 1-2 combo to take out Adam as the Earth Shatter is used by Tizzy to try and counter engage, but it hits no one. It looks like Line able to just block that off. So after the point unlocks, it's Mayhem Academy that take it first.
One thing that's worth noting here too is that for all the praise lavished on him, for all the good he's done in the lead up to this has been a very slow start here for Nene, but of course he does have plenty of time to reestablish and get back into it. Meanwhile, Mangachu looking to break some ice here as both teams drop some walls.
No, I mean, that was a better wall coming up from Mayhem Academy. They realized, okay, we got walled off, we need to stop their approach. But Wuyao now at 95% towards the grab. It's Mangachu to fall first. They answer right on back, and now Wuyao got him cornered, but now he has to go against another beam on the opposite end. Graviton Surge comes out. There's the follow-up for Nene.
Man, when Azari gets up close and personal, just going, yep, I'm gonna charge you right through the shield. XL2 gonna start getting some of the cleanup they need here. Nene going off the flank to the left side, looking for those sweet, sweet dinks on the side, and for now, gonna back up, go to the rest of his team. XL2 being very sluggish and how they go to the point here. Mayhem Academy's getting a lot of free time. They have the Graviton up. Krem's gonna drop it immediately. Ice Wall makes it less effective, but Mayhem Academy, they walk around, they look a little bit more, but it's a dead eye on the flank! Gets applied, but that could have been way more.
Now with the second kill onto Krems, it looks like XL2 finally starting to swing things in their favor. Nene with the triple kill there, taking out Shaxx with that flashbang. They still have to clean up the tanks here though. So Mayhem Academy are doing a good job of trying to stall this out for as long as they can. Looks like they might not give it the ghost quite yet. Hug been able to fade away from that last headshot. Coalescence is out to keep aligned into this, and so now the stagger is continuing here as they're able to stall at the point even longer. Shatter blocked once again by a Line.
Nice stuff coming in from a Line, and XL2 barely fighting here. They drop a graph. They have to invest everything. They will get the cleanup off that Graviton, but man, XL2 coming in a bit sluggish off the gate. Mangachu, though, lands that little tick onto Hagapoon to the top. And oh, there is no escape from Maze Freezer. She is evil incarnate. And that's gonna be XL2 recovering.
That was a sick right click coming out from Mangachu. You see Hagapoon going for the fade, and Mangachu gets the absolute predict on it. As soon as he comes out, the headshot deke right onto him. But still, Mayhem Academy, they've done a lot of damage. 90% on the board, XL2 finally getting some sort of percentage, 20% now. So Mayhem have time to build up their ultimates here. But it's the high noon once again, speed boost to get the better positioning forward. But able to kite away, and there's the wall.
Yeah, that's not McCree's ideal lifestyle. It's like it's high noon, and why is it so darn chilly out here? But Mangachu off the flank, gonna be dropping a blizzard. That's part of the reason for the intense Ice Age coming in here, and the walls do not work out in Mayhem's favor. That wall a little bit off from Mangachu, but it's still fine. They get the first two pickoffs. Tizzy, a little bit far out, but XL2 should be able to cover this.
Nobody puts Ryan in corner. Actually, both XL2 and Mayhem Academy continue to do that in this matchup. Tizzy again going very aggressive there. So XL2, luckily for them, you know, they have Mangachu who's got the May. The wall does delay a long enough time. Tizzy should be able to regroup with his friend now. They do have the Blizzard once again, which has been pretty crucial in this matchup so far. We'll see if teams can really combo this. Krems almost has the grab, but no, it's the grab out from XL2 first.
XL2's grab comes out earlier. Mayhem Academy, they should probably just hang on to this. They're already down 3. Don't hit that button, just back on up. You have the good old Minnesota combo in the back, so just wait to make it a little bit icier.
There's a huge Wombo combo in place for Mayhem Academy. They've also can throw upon, of course, the Meteor Strike on top of that. But the High Noon is used, and then this time it's blocked off. Again,
over the ice!
Block! They get through that ice block, and they are able to get 2 kills here. 93% for XL2 Academy.
And the scary thing there is that they had to use the grab before the Blizzard was ready. There is no Ice Age coming in here, and XL2, they're about to bring this back. They deal with the Lucio, trying to get a little bit of time on the point, overtime in progress, and Mayhem Academy going, nope, none of us can touch a point. XL2 able to roll it back.
That is such a weird setup. I have never actually been able to really see that, right? You get High Noon, you get walled off, and then your team works together to break down one of the pillars, allowing you to get the LOS and then surprising the enemy team. Now, as we move on, of course, to Garden, for our next phase here, we'll see what kind of looks we get out of teams. Nene already hovering over that Sombra as Mangachu goes over to the Pharah. And this is what we love to see out of XL2. When Mangachu gets to go onto this Pharah, it is just his huge comfort zone for him. And now Mayhem Academy, though, they've got a kind of different look. They're going to go for a triple support, and Shaxx on the Soldier 76.
Very reminiscent of the Gladiators there, but you take a look at XL2, and it's a new look from them as well. Usually, we've been accustomed to Nene just going on hit scan, whether it be Tracer or Widow, and doing quite well. Instead, he's going to the Sombra, which is a comfortable swap. Mangachu in the sky, laying in the arrows, but Tizzy punished immediately. Stronger ground and pound coming out from Mayhem Academy here, and they take the fight to XL2, but aligned a little bit far out. Now, XL2 has a chance to get back in before the point is in true contest, and they're gonna do just that. As you see Booyah look at the coming through the window, backed up by Mangachu.
Mangachu does have to be careful about how he picks his fights right now. He is abusing the pillars there, along with the inner portion of this pagoda. As the barrage comes out, cut next, taking out Apply. Mangachu does fall ultimately to Paintbrush there, but still it's a good exchange. As XL2, they're still trying to fight for control of this point. They do get it.
Mayhem give it up even before getting fully thrown out. Nene dies while trying to poke in on the outskirts of Hagapun. Good job isolating that. Transcends in progress. They keep everyone alive. And Mayhem Academy, slowly but surely, starting to bring this one back. Shaxx looking for the Mercy, can't quite finish, but this is enough presence on the point that it shouldn't be that long of a delay here from XL2, but delay nonetheless.
22% is all that XL2 will be able to accrue here. And they're pressing on a lot of ultimates, which they desperately need here. As Mayhem Academy right now are already sitting on 4, aligned with the Primal Rage. If XL2 try to take this bridge approach, they might all just get booped off. But of course, they also have to deal with Shaxx, who's got that tactical visor. So Mangachu has to pick his battles as, once again, he is trying to keep his altitude low, trying to abuse the sightlines of the inner portion of this map.
Mayhem Academy holding back, aligned, almost picked off early, had the Primal Rage in desperation. Tizzy, though, Primal Rage is for control, disrupts Mayhem Academy in the back, and aligned right now. Very much split up from the team, under fire from all ends. We have a tech presence from Shaxx, though, has some open air, gets Mangachu, and now it's gonna be ring around the rosy here, looking for Mercy, and Adam, nowhere to go, gunned on down. And actually, Mayhem Academy keeps control right now, and it's XL2 that's in a bit of a pickle.
We have a full fight reset, though. Every ultimate was essentially used in that last fight. As XL2 now making huge onslaughts. When you're in doubt, of course, he just goats it out, and we have that coming up from XL2.
Roadhog style, let's just add on that modifier.
Yeah.
No D-Vent play, it is Goats Roadhog style coming in from XL2.
They don't really need the Zari here, they just want the raw damage. And they want to get on top of Shaxx, who's been free so far with the Soldier 76 getting so much damage off. Mangachu hasn't been able to do as much now. Already onto the point, they are contesting as Mayhem Academy have already have 75%.
XL2 going, we're just gonna power through you. We're gonna go to the setup, but it's not even doubt. We just feel pretty good about this. Actually, Adam, though, under pressure, barely able to shake it. Both teams very good on health right now. And you have XL2 trying to just deal with the people from Mayhem Academy that are delaying. They have control of the point, but they almost lose Mangachu here. It's been very close to pickoffs multiple times here as Mayhem Academy looks for their opportunity. They use the Primal Rage. They disrupt. They get Reinhardt way off the point. And Tizzy, he's gonna fall. That was set up by Aligned and Mayhem Academy. Now, starting to crack this Goats-esque composition.
Overtime is ticking down, and they charge forward with the sound barrier here. They've also got all that rally shield, all the sustain in the world for Mayhem Academy here as they are just trying to clean this up and tie it up 1-1. Adam one last attempt to try and stall this out as Tizzy gets booped off by Paintbrush, and it is all Mayhem Academy here. So a great effort coming out. Mayhem Academy just able to just out kind of comp XL2. XL2, they had started off, of course, with that Sombra, with the Pharah, and weren't able to accomplish much off of it because, well, we do have the hit scan changes, right? With the changes in the distance and, of course, the damage coming out from the damage drop-off, Soldier 76 pokes so much more against the Pharah.
And, you know, one thing I want to say here, too, is that I don't know if the entire logic of, oh, you play hit scan, you'll be a good Sombra, right? Sombra has her own distinct skill set, and as good as Nene has been on a whole slew of other heroes, Sombra might not be his forte. He was actually getting bullied by supports more so than he had in the past. Didn't really have that much in the way of impactful EMPs, but this is something that he's been very, very good at on the Zarya. Wuyal, are you just playing with your dreams, or are you actually coming out here? And they are, both teams, gonna be running Hammond.
Yeah, one as an off tank, one as, of course, the main tank, but he's got the Doomfist behind it. Now, we're seeing that Ghosts have been pretty good about actually trying to deal with this, so he has to be careful on his approach does align when he has to face off against, of course, the Brigitte of Mangachu. But apply here on the Pharah. It's going to be the Rocketum and Socketum combination coming out from Mayhem Academy. A lot of poke there and a lot of unanswered poke at that.
The issue for Mayhem Academy, though, is that they need to get bodies on the point. Almost gets a pick up on the Adam, barely able to skate his way back in. Align, though, does have an easy road in right now. Mayhem Academy just getting bounced out, and right now the party is XL2s.
But Mayhem Academy have been able to poke a lot here, and that's what Apply's been able to do. Now, with Wuyel, of course, on the Hammond, it is kind of an anti-flak, anti-air gun coming out from him. He is hit scan, and he does have decent range with it, with a decent rate of fire. Will it be enough to take out Apply? Defense Matrix is all out there, and he will finally go down, but he took out Adam in response.
Wuyel, gonna slam his way back there. Nice slam, knocks up 3. Able to get out of it, being real conservative on this, but Goliath falls in the back. They're gonna be down quite a bit of healing now. No! Oh, that's the way I deal with the nano boost. You're going down, I'm taking you with you. Doesn't matter, Tizzy, heroic sacrifice. And yet, it's not enough. That's actually, that feels bad. It's just like, I did this for the team and everyone still got wiped out anyways.
Yeah, it's the Iron Giant like ending, but then also you don't get the feel good moment at all because it's just over. All right, so XL2, they were only able to secure 39% here. And Wuyel will now swap over. He goes on over to the D.Va as a defense. A self-destruct comes out. Krems connects, even getting the D-Mech. That's 2.5 gone. Complete reset coming out from XL2. And oh no, during that fight, it looks like Nene had used that Graviton Surge.
Yeah, Krems just crunched XL2 there. Got both their supports out of it early. And Mayhem Academy, they're going to be running this back. They're going to be tied at 39% one way or another. XL2 in a bit of trouble.
And after using that grav, Nene is going to swap off onto the McCree. We saw it had mixed results, but there we go. The poke coming out from Apply is just too much. Hagapun connects with a Bionade onto Goliath. Nene takes out Shax, though. That's the control that you have with that flashbang.
Yeah, Nene's on the McCree. We'll see what he can open up with here. Again, it's been a quieter day for Nene here. Mangachu nowhere to go. Krems just laying those cannons into him. And XL2, you look at this, by the way, Nene's on the Silent Assassin tour. Has already picked off 2 here so far, but it's Mayhem Academy with firm control on the point. McCree, freelancing can only do so much, falls to the dive, and now it's Mayhem Academy, potentially 1 to 2 fights away from taking the first map.
Now we have Tizzy swapping off. He's no longer on the Reinhardt, on that Winston here. But I don't know if he's going to be able to apply the same kind of pressure that a Winston generally can. Especially in the face of all the CC, of all the control that comes out with the Doomfist, with the Wrecking Ball here. Shax, he's got the Meteor Strike laying in wait Apply with another barrage. This is, I believe, like his 3rd, possibly 4th of this point alone. And take a look at the poke that Tizzy takes. He's trying to walk forward. But Nene with a great angle with that Deadeye.
The Deadeye connects, something you don't see all that often. He found the right moment. And XL2, off of that Peacemaker of Nene, they get another attempt, but they are 1 fight away from losing the map.
Yeah, 99% for Mayhem Academy. XL2 have to hold on for 2, possibly 3 more fights. And now they have to do it in the face of so many ultimates coming online, but
nice!
Direct rockets onto Shax, takes him out, and so that's going to be some great stall coming out.
That was long range. That buys XL2 a full fight. Mayhem Academy, they might get 1 to 2 cracks at this now.
63%. And crucially, that gets the supports of XL2 even that much closer to their ultimates. The barrage comes out and aligned is the one that goes down as he tried to touch the point by himself, it looked like.
Mangachu right now breaking the ball wide open, aligned, just in there a little bit too early. And now Mayhem Academy, they're only gonna get one more attempt.
Wrecking ball, maybe more like a fortune ball at this point. Outlook, not so sure. Mangachu once again in the skies. There's a Tracer in play, and that is Shax. He has to be careful. If he takes any too much poke, he might fall down now. Mangachu drop down low, but Shax takes out Nene.
Nene's down early. Nene wasn't able to contain the Tracer to the side. Apply, found a way through. The barrage takes down 2. He's done his duty. Aligned, rolls back in, and the season of upsets might be continuing. Mayhem Academy now going to retake the point. XL2 out of it. Overtime ticking down, and this is last moment delay here from Nene. XL2 on the verge of losing the first map. The curse might be continuing. They come back in. Tizzy does have a problem range. He'll be able to buy some time here, but this is not looking good for XL2.
Mangachu does take out Hagapun though, and it is almost the full forces of XL2 to try and recontest. Tizzy now with the Primal Rage creating a lot of confusion, but he's not able to get any kind of elimination yet. Shax gets the D-Mag out to Huyel, takes out Mangachu, Paintbrush brings out Hagapun, and now Mayhem Academy have almost everyone here except for Apply.
This is insane. Mayhem Academy might be toppling the Titans right now. Shax has found a way in, chasing that Mangachu on the outskirts. Just needed a little bit more. Nene, though, has been able to recontest. He's back in, Adam down. Shax continuing to move in, unchecked, unchained, looking for the takeoff, and no, Mangachu on the barrage gets 2 on the outskirts. It's a fight that never ends.
It's both support, so this is crucial for XL2. This could be the fight that they win. Nene coming in and again, once again, takes out 2. Apply and Shax gone. Nene is able to dart in and out of this point so expertly with his Tracer. He's been so good so far, but now Align is back with the minefield taking out Wuyel. It is going back and forth. This fight is bonkers.
It's just not ending, and Nene was one who had the delay to bring it back over. Now flexing his muscle here on the Tracer. So much mobility limited because of those vines are just not going away. But guess what? The beat has been dropped. Nene continues to hold on. XL2 is their power greater than the curse. They're coming right on back. Paintbrush is down. Mayhem fading, gone. XL2 takes the first map.
Oh my gosh, that was so much. Nene could just wave the flag of victory for that one. That was gobstopping. Is that a word? Gobsmacking?
Yeah, I mean, gobstoppers are pretty good candy, but I don't even know.
It was nuts because when Nene came in for that stall, he has to use his recall like all Tracers do. He gets in one more time to stall once more for Align to be able to touch the point with that Wrecking Ball. But as he does so, he actually drops down to about 1 HP and is getting chased down, is still able to do what Nene does on Tracer, which is dodge all sorts of like critical damage somehow, gets over to a health pack, and stays in the fight. This was absolutely bonkers.
I can just imagine all the tension from Nene's body just leaving right now. Oh my god.
I mean, to resurrect the horse that we beat severely early in the season is that Nene was still alive, and he was certainly alive here at the very end where, you know, I think it would have been nice to see him on the Tracer earlier on, but man, when he went to that at the end, I think he started off the series a little bit slow, but the sleeper was awoken at the very end.
Note to anybody playing against XL2, do not leave Nene alive. That is the worst thing to ever happen to you, as evidenced right there. If he's alive, he will fight tooth and nail, and that's what brought XL2 that victory, allowing all of the teammates to come back to the point and take it.
It was swing after swing. I mean, it's so fortunate that we do have Wrecking Ball in here because a lot of points happened in that fight, but also some great Wrecking Ball plays coming out from both sides. You saw their line was kind of just that rock that was able to hold that defense, hold the line until it finally broke, but it was still so good to see.
You know, I'm just imagining a dark timeline where there was no hero limit ever put into the game, and then you had 6. You had 6 Hammonds delaying.
Oh.
No, it's 5 Hammonds with like a Moira.
Yeah,
you need someone there just for a little bit of sustain.
But that would just be
the darkest timeline.
We're away from that timeline, but the Hammond we have now, even just one of them, real good at delaying, and it's making for some very intense fights.
That's just total mayhem.
Oh
with
God!
Wrecking Ball. Oh,
that would. But I mean, speaking of May, though, it's because you said Mayhem. Speaking of May, the May is kind of happening here. We saw her going against herself on Control Center, and it was really interesting to see. And we may see more of her on Eichenwald because that's gonna be fun.
You can definitely run.
I realize as I said that I'm probably not gonna see her on Eichenwald, but I can hope.
You can run around point A to a degree, though. You do have to be really wary of aerial threats, but you could definitely run her on point C, where point C, I mean, there's an option of, do you want explosive suppression from a Junkrat, or do you want more control from the Mei? But we've seen both work out there pretty well, so we very well could see Mei's in the point C, but it's Eichenwald. We don't always get into the castle.
Thank you for pandering to my want to see Mei.
It was Fusion University yesterday actually played it on the defense with the Mei.
Yeah.
Aha,
So
I could be
is-
right.
yeah, there you go.
Success. Well, this is a map that I've wanted to see for a while because I want to see how Hammond will play on Eichenwald. This could be fun. We haven't seen too much Hammond play from these two teams except on that last point, but I'm hoping to see more.
The crazy thing about this map, though, is that it really does play towards Mangachu.
Yeah.
He can play anything
He
here.
can play anything.
He can play the Pharah, he can play the Hanzo, he can play the Junkrat along with the Mei.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, his entire hero pool is just up for grabs for him. He could just play mystery heroes if he wants, and he'll probably succeed.
He can close his eyes and pick something.
Yeah.
And
Oh, look, we gotta take a look at this shot. This is
so good.
Yeah, this is nice. Just goes.
Fade comes in, headshot. As soon as he gets out of fade.
I mean, that's one thing people tend to underestimate at times, that Mei's secondary fire is scarily lethal in the right hands. And, you know, it's not always the most consistent, but man, when you get plunked in the head by it, it hurts, it feels bad,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
gonna be hitting the ground.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's underestimated because people hate seeing Mei picked because they know they're going to get an icicle to the face, and it's brutal.
Ice Demon.
Ice Demon. Well, I hope to see more Ice Demons. I also hope it's not too late, Mangachu. Symmetric can be picked. Come on. Let us have it, please.
You know, it's good to have dreams. Even if they're unachievable, it's good to dream.
It's good to dream. It's what keeps me getting up in the morning is maybe I'll see the new Symmetra. But
I hope we do see it. I mean, I think we will see gimmick strategies with it, just when we're going to see it.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's hear our actual logical predictions.
Right now, I think XL2, they broke the curse. I think they are going to take Eichenwald, but man, has this been more entertaining than expected.
True.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a map that just plays way towards XL2's strengths and definitely towards Mangachu's strengths. So it's going to be on him to really try and carry this team through the victory, but I think that we'll get it here and tie it up.
Well-
Or actually take the 2-0 lead.
XL2 is up one map, but they had to fight tooth and nail to get there. Let's hope we will see more fighting as we go into this map.
And it is going to be Mangachu. I was thinking there's like, you're making this prediction on the desk. Watch them just ruin you in anything you believe in and put in Nanohana. But nope, it's going to be Mangachu. I think we'll probably see Nanohana, though, on Assault map after this one.
Yeah, that's generally their MO, how they do the swap-ins, but this is a good look for them. Now, Nene so far on the McCree. With the general Peacemaker, he hasn't been as impactful. He had his moments on Li Zhang, but with some great Deadeyes. Beyond that, though, it was consistently Mangachu doing the bulk of the work, I would say, for XL2, while Nene is getting some good poking. Now here, though, with Tizzy on the Orisa, we'll see if they can try and really take advantage of the immobile composition that is XL2's defense, as Mayhem Academy are going for a real full dive. Aligned is going to be on the Wrecking Ball, but he doesn't have a Doomfist partner with him that we got to see a lot of teams actually try to run.
Yeah, we will still be seeing the Wrecking Ball, though, so I am curious to see how it'll end up here on the defense. Obviously, as you look to the offensive side, though, as Mayhem Academy is looking for it, they're going to set up the Sombra, going to the back, aligned, coming in from the front. And the goal here is that you have the Sombra engage right when the Hammond is ready, but applies down, and we might have to wait for that.
Yeah, there's really only one answer to try and deal with Mangachu in the sky here. Aligned, again, with that Hammond, with that Wrecking Ball, he can do some damage to it, but he's not going to be able to out damage the heal coming out from Adam on the Mercy. Mangachu is going to be the recipient of this pocket continually. They need something more. They could play the Widowmaker if they wanted, but instead they're going to stick with this McCree for now. Aligned, getting set up for the dive. He's making his way into the right-hand side.
And this is a slow burn for Mayhem Academy right now. They're wasting a lot of time. We'll see if this is worth, but that's not the speed you need. That is not the speed you need on Hammond there. Line has to slow it down a lot. XL2 not really feeling threatened right now, and this is not as explosive here so far. They're able to get on the D.Va. You do have the Hammond engage to the back, but it wasn't all at the same point. You look at XL2, they're pretty darn healthy right now. Nene in a bit of trouble, though. Looking to the other side, Genji in, out, and XL2 will get a fully safe hold.
That was such an indecisive push coming out from Mayhem Academy. Krenz got D-mech'd for absolutely free. He walked up and got D-mech'd. There was no real pressure coming up from XL2. They just kited back a little bit, focused him down, and Mayhem Academy got absolutely nothing done. So now they're down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and they don't have any ultimates to show for it. Hagapun is getting close to the Coalescence, but as a Moira, you want it much sooner.
This is just weird from Mayhem Academy. It is not decisive. I mean, they've already gone off the Sombra. Bear in mind, this is their map pick. They wanted to go to this map, but it just, look at how scattered they are right now. XL2 isn't under threat at all. Mangachu goes, I guess I'm gonna stay up here. Apply gets shut down, McCree-Genji battle. And this is just rough right now as XL2 winning this on a pure mechanical sense.
Now, if you're Mayhem Academy, you have to understand, bringing XL2 to Eichenwald is just inviting Mangachu to go on to that Pharah, so you need to have an answer for it, but they absolutely do not. He has gone completely uncontested in the sky, and he has no trouble whatsoever. The great thing about being able to play the Pharah here also is that he doesn't have to go up close for a barrage. He could just play it all the way from the skybox. With the damage boost, it's going to still do a lot of lethal damage now. They're getting set up for another dive. Apply's getting close to a blade, but he still doesn't have it. He needs to land a bit more shurikens.
Meanwhile, XL2, you're just gonna hold back and go, all right, you have anything that's not the most effective Hammond engage, but the minefield does cause a little bit of movement here from XL2. Nene, Deadeye's way in the back, and they've done enough here, actually. It wasn't as fearsome looking, but it's enough to disrupt. XL2's lost multiple people here, but Mangachu's still in the sky, but he doesn't have Adam with him anymore. Now he's just gonna slowly burn as poke damage comes in on him. And this isn't too bad. Mayhem Academy is in a better position now to take the point, as odd as this has been.
Nene playing a game of hide and seek with Shax right now on that Tracer, as the recontest is coming out from XL2. Trying to delay this out as much as possible, but Apply will take him out as the sound barrier along with the blade is committed. Goliath shuts that down. Still though, Mayhem Academy,
they're going in. Tizzy gets back in. You have Wuyal going to the Hammond just to get back on a little bit quicker, but you're down both supports. No one's going to be able to heal anyone that's back here. Wuyal is going to fall. It'll be telling to see what Wuyal does here. I think he's going to swap back to a Diva or something a little bit more reliable. I think he went to the Hammond just to get to the point quicker. And yeah, he's going to go back to the Diva.
Yeah, and Goliath now is also swapping over. This is also a different change that we're seeing in the support meta. While Brigitte usually comes on as a third support, now is coming as your secondary support. Ada, of course, sticking with that Mercy, so we've got that. And also the Widowmaker now coming out from Nene.
Nene going to his bread and butter, something he's been so good at over time. Mangachu still here on the Pharah, high in the sky, looking for the opportunity on the barrage, and it feels like things have slowed down considerably here. Mayhem Academy running the Brigitte through the streets. XL2 just oppressing, and Mangachu over the top, drops the barrage, deals with Shax, and again, it's just slow control from XL2 on this defense.
Yeah, if the first target that goes down to your barrage is, of course, that McCree, you're absolutely safe there. Krems, you know, wasn't able to do anything at all except for throw up the defense matrix. Mangachu, again, is still pretty much just free in this air right now. They need more threats to try and deal with him. I don't know if a damage boosted McCree is going to be enough. Mayhem Academy needs to find another answer. Good poke coming on out. Apply will now swap over to that Widowmaker to try and deal with him and also try to counter against Nene.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely heard you there. They're just like, look, the McCree is not going to be enough. Go to Widowmaker, see if that's going to be a little bit better. But man, it's not going to be easy to deal with Nene on the other side. Mayhem Academy slowed up for a long time now.
Apply. Gonna try and make his way on in, but already, you know, Nene is gonna land these shots. He's already at 90% towards an Emperor's sight. That's gonna make it so much easier once they get it from Mangachu to land these rockets.
Mangachu again, the threat. Ooh, that's a buff McCree right there. That was some chunking coming in from Shax. It does check Mangachu, makes him think a little bit twice before going back in. Nene, under pressure, just gonna back out. Looking for, of course, McCree in the other end. Apply finds him. Wasn't found. Tizzy now under pressure, gonna Primal Rage. Goes back to the big health, turns back around, and by the way, Mangachu is still there, and the knockoff on the other side. But he was able to hook back in, right into Tizzy, who finishes him off.
That wasn't even justice from above. That's justice from eye level, right into Hagapun's face, staring him dead in the eye as he just hits him with all those rockets. And so now, XL2 able to put a stop to this offense. Mayhem Academy are down to 18 seconds here. They have a Deadeye, but Shax hasn't been able to find an opening with it. Then he goes back over to the Widowmaker. Apply will answer right on back, swapping tit for tat now as they come in for this last push.
Well, I was thinking to go far there. Oh, Shax
no.
had an opportunity. You gotta convert, even though the angle is rough. You let Mangachu live. Now you're in overtime. Final push for Mayhem. Almost finished him, but Nene has Mangachu's back. Gets the cover there just in time. And now look to Mangachu. He's going to heal up. He's going to come back in the other way. Nene on the flank. So wide open for shot after shot. And that, the self-destruct over the top, is forcing Mayhem Academy back. Nothing is going their way. Their lifeline is down. And even with that self-destruct that got 2, it is looking like XL2 is very close to stopping this right in the middle of Eichenwald.
The tanks are here. Aligned is at 50% HP, though. He needs some heals, and he needs it desperately. Nene is able to clean up Shax, who's stuck in that high noon Deadeye animation as a line falls. It's up to Krems now to try his best to stall this out, but they have nothing. Paintbrush is able to get the res, though, and comes back with the Valkyrie, but Nene shuts down Krems.
Yeah, Nene so consistent in the back right now, looking for a little bit more. Now, can you grab the Mercy? Can you take down the Moth? He's Pest Control 101. And that's going to be XL2 with a very good win condition ahead of them here. And I gotta say, after going from just the ridiculous high octane of map 1, this is a much slower map. I think part of it is that Mayhem Academy looked unsure, both on point A and certainly in how they handled point B. XL2 was in full control for this entire map.
And that's how XL2 played a lot of this season, right? Where they could rely upon going for like a double sniper route, where they go for a Hanzo along with a Widowmaker to really just get the picks and then shut down a push immediately. Again, XL2 are able to slow down the tempo of the match, and if they really wanted to, they can, of course, go for the dive. We've seen Mangachu go on Genji before, and Nene, his Tracer, we don't need to talk much more about it because it is so damn good. XL2 are great about just changing the tempo of the battle, while Mayhem Academy, as a newer team, are still struggling to actually try to find that ability.
Also, I'd say the Mayhem Academy, and this is just simply going off of what we saw from Panker earlier tonight, I don't think Aligned is entirely mechanically there with Hammond yet, where some of the engages they were coming in with, it was just like, we had just been spoiled by Panker, where Panker was like a rocket ship on his Hammond, where he was just going at Mach 10 in the air, and we saw Aligned swing at him just like, oh, that was not as good.
Yeah, Panker definitely did ruin us for all of the Hammonds, but as we've seen XL2, it's been Tizzy, or excuse me, the Wu Yao primarily. Their off-tank player actually picking that up, and so we're still seeing teams trying to figure out the identity of it. And I do feel like, you know, he's not quite that main tank yet, but I guess if you play it as a solo tank, like we saw earlier today, maybe it does work out a bit better. Right now, it looks like it is going to be a dive composition, double support coming out from XL2. Goliath, don't do this to me. Never mind, there we go. It is going to be, of course, the Zenyatta coming out from him.
It's a weird pick to go with the Hammond from Mayhem Academy here, where you don't have a Doomfist to dive in. It's just kind of, we just want him for control. Meanwhile, XL2, they're just going to play this by the book. They're not really going to be doing too much crazy. They do have the swap from Nene onto Sombra, which is more standard, but Adam dies early, applied. Found the right way on in, and Mayhem Academy being awfully aggressive here, making it work. They just need this aggressiveness on the last round.
Yeah, that Sombra play coming out from Shax. We're seeing, you know, that stealth is so useful now. There is no downtime on it. Aligned.
Don't take down the tower. It's been there so long.
It's like a episode, or not an episode, but the remake of like Rampage or something. This time it's a hamster and a robot, though.
Hey, I mean, that'd be fine. I was down to destroy buildings, and okay, Aligned, moving on in. Doesn't get much with the pile driver. Under heavy pressure. Now gonna have to roll on out. Meanwhile, Ply was in that time. Got punished. XL2 again, slowing it down. Methodical far play, moving in. It's Mangachu slowing the tempo, getting good shots, and they lose Tizzy though, so Tizzy got a bit ahead of himself here, and that lets Mayhem just assert themselves a little bit more. Look at a lot. Oh, I don't think he wants to be there right now. He has to back out. Pressure's still very much in right now for XL2.
I mean, I appreciate the thought of it, right? Because the Wrecking Ball is mid to short range, so he tries to use the swing to get that much closer to Mangachu and try and burst him out of the air. Not as easy as it seems, but Shax takes to the skies. He's got the EMP, and that is going to ground those birds. Mangachu and Adam instantly taken out.
Very nice EMP there. You get rid of the aerial threat. Now you can focus on the ground. Mayhem Academy, I mean, as much as XL2's been slowing it down, they also haven't been aggressive enough to really make Mayhem Academy sweat here.
Yeah, that was definitely a great anti-air coming out just a week after, EVO? And so now, XL2, they are struggling a little bit here on the point A. offense, because basically off of Shaq's play, he's been so good getting to the back line and really disrupting things here as they make their next approach. Take a look, he's going to go ahead and try to get a hack off. Looks like toward the Lucio, the dive comes on in.
Yeah,
They're able to get on top of him.
He's waiting for a line. That's when he's going to go in. A line, though, again, it's not super clean. He doesn't quite get the landing with the pile driver he's looking for. XL2, they barrier to stay alive, but they also back out a bit. They were a bit decisive, but Mangachu, that's decisive. Barrage on the payload, grabs enough. It's 2 with the mech being taken down. Nene there for the follow through, and it was a little bit sticky for XL2, but they have found a way here through point A.
Again, though, I appreciate Mayhem Academy trying to go for the Genji along with the Wrecking Ball, but we got to see how much that a Doomfist works well with the Wrecking Ball combination. You have so much CC, so much displacement that even if your engagement isn't absolutely crisp and perfect, you buy enough time with the displacement to try and get some follow-up damage.
Yeah, in general, too, I mean, again, I look at a line that I just don't think he has enough time on the hero yet. He's been a little bit off on a lot of the engages where the idea to put himself in the right place is there. It's just he's off by a second or two, and that makes all the difference. And for now, XL2 slowly pushing up, not under too much pressure. Hack comes on the Wuyall, and he's just going to run it on out.
I love how Hammond just arrives on the battlefield, too. You know, it does really feel like Star Wars episodes 1 through 3. Now, as XL2, remember, they're already a map lead in this quarterfinal matchup. The line goes in, but oh, that pile driver was super late. Mangachu already taking out Paintbrush, but Nene gets taken down by Apply as Tizzy goes forward with that Primal Rage.
I don't know who the line is going. Oh boy, Winston wants to play ball. He wants to knock it right off the side. Not quite gonna do that. Apply deals with the reflect on the Mangachu. Gets rid of the aerial threat, but here's the issue.
Point?
Payload's still moving forward. At some point, someone needs to engage. Apply had the back out, was about to get punished. Pressure on the point. EMP out from Shax, and he's got a combo with the blade. Nice and easy. 2, make it 3.
Mayhem Academy, though, committed a lot into that. So it was the EMP, the blade, along with the self-destruct. And so XL2, yeah, that's a pretty good run for them getting out all those ultimates now. Aligned will have, of course, that minefield once again for his team. And that does control so much space, especially here on the payload. And XL2, it's going to be difficult for them to try and traipse around it. Mangachu has now once again swapped off back over to that Pharah, as Mayhem Academy really don't have the tools to deal with it effectively.
Also, if I'm XL2 here, I just hold back, wait for a line to go in and punish him right now with what's been going on, because he hasn't been getting the absolute best Hammond engages here. He does have the minefield, which makes him a little bit more deadly. Fighting in the castle, not as ideal. Nene working his way back over and around. Pulse Bomb up as he goes to the backside. Barrier up, 5 people get hit by Pulse Bomb connects. Hagopoon's out of there, and XL2 starting to turn up the heat.
Yeah, Transcendence, you do not heal through that burst damage here. It's a 6v5 in favor of XL2. Remember, they're just 2 short meters away, 3 short meters away as Mangachu cleans up Paintbrush, and now they are losing the bulk of their army. Our Mayhem Academy, it looks like XL2 with the cleanup are gonna take the 2-0 lead after this map on Iconfall.
So, clean stuff from XL2 towards the end, and a incredibly tragic Hammond ending there, where Hammond just the ragdoll effects feel sad.
It's so sad when Hammond dies. He sounds really hurt, like you stepped on a hamster, which is essentially what happens, except with rockets and guns.
I didn't even want to think about that possibility. That's terrible.
Right? I know, he's just a sad little hamster dying.
Their payload's running him over.
Oh,
why do you? Okay, stop.
Peter.
How many Bible thumps do you want in chat right now? Think about what you do, both of you.
Everyone's just spamming sad hamster emotes, if that's even a thing.
Unbelievable. Hug your hamsters.
Everybody go
hold
home.
them tight.
Hug your hamsters, kiss them, tell them you love them. But we really got to see a great play of my favorite, the Nene Choo Choo Train, coming out here, fighting hard, and really taking it for XL2.
Yeah, I mean, Nene, he's Mr. Consistent. Even when he's playing a little bit under par compared to his norm, that's still way better than what you can expect from most people. And just in moments like these where you need someone to land shots, make the rest of it nice and easy, Nene can do that. And you can always rely on him if you're XL2. He's the one rock that pretty much never changes.
And for Mayhem Academy, though, in these last 2 maps, trying to really run that Wrecking Ball doesn't really work out for them, especially up against a team that's still playing within their comfort zone, and now Mayhem Academy are trying to change things up, and that's not what you do, especially when you're rebuilding a team in the manner that they have over the last 5 weeks.
Like, as you said, this was really a playground for Mangachu, and he came out on that Pharah, uncontested most of the time, and just destroyed. And if you don't have a good handle on Hammond, it's not going to go in your favor.
Yeah, and again, on the Hammond stuff, I appreciate when Mayhem was trying to run here, but I do think Hammond is one of those heroes that has a pretty high mechanical skill curve, and we weren't quite sure where that was going to be, but we got masterclass earlier tonight of just how quick the hero could go in, just how much you could catch a team off guard, and I think Align just wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, well, XL2 is up 2-0 in this series. It's going to be tight for Mayhem to try and bring it out, but can they do it? We will find out after we come back from a quick break.